I'm going to start with a Hanukkah song, it being the third night of Hanukkah and all. It's maybe a song that you don't recognize, but it just feels like a really pretty melody, and it gives me that Shabbat feeling also besides Hanukkah. It just means I have a candle so light. I light my Hanukkah candle on Hanukkah. Okay, it goes like this. It's called Ner Li. It goes, Ner li, ner li, ner li dakik, b'Chanukah neri adlik, b'Chanukah neri ya'ir, b'Chanukah shirim ashir, b'Chanukah neri ya'ir, b'Chanukah shirim ashir. This whole thing. Ner li, ner li, ner li dakik, b'Chanukah neri adlik, b'Chanukah neri ya'ir, b'Chanukah shirim ashir, b'Chanukah neri ya'ir, b'Chanukah ner shirim ashir. And what we also do a lot of are nigunim, which are basically songs without words. And you're always welcome to do that. And that would sound something like this. And whether it's bim bam or la la, you can do whatever you want. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos to all of you who have come here from near and far. I see so many people who I know are here for this very special weekend. There are so many things we are celebrating tonight and tomorrow. First of all, we're celebrating Shabbat. We get that opportunity to celebrate the Sabbath, Shabbat, every week. And this week, of course, is no exception. We also get to celebrate Hanukkah. Tonight is the third night of Hanukkah, as Gordon stated earlier, and with that song helped to highlight for us. And that's something we only get to celebrate once a year, but we get to do it for 8 days. So that's something else that is very joyous and that we're grateful for. And finally, we get to celebrate the bar mitzvah weekend of Max Petrick. So we say Mazal Tov in advance to Max and to Naomi and to Jesse and all of his family and friends who are gathered here tonight. Max is going to be coming up in a couple of minutes to help me and Gordon lead tonight's service. And then, of course, tomorrow will be the actual bar mitzvah service where Max is going to be reading from the Torah and doing lots of other things that he's been working on for a very long time. So we're really happy everyone is here to celebrate all of these great occasions with us tonight. So connected to that event, I would like to call up Bianca Schoenfeld and Sarah Schoenfeld to light not only our Shabbat candles, but our Hanukkah candles for us tonight. And you can follow along at least one of the blessings on page 120. So why don't you do Shabbat first?
Yes.
I'm not sure what page they're on. By the way, I was told you guys are pros at this.
Ooh.
So
The pressure.
Yeah, I'm looking
All right.
forward to it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר עשנו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. So we have now ushered in Shabbat. We have ushered in the third night of Hanukkah. And what better thing to do for that kind of an occasion than sing? So usually at this time there are 4 or 5 different Shabbat songs that go back to the 16th century that were written by mystics in the north, in Tzfat. And one that we like to do, and that Naomi, I know, likes to do, is Shalom Aleichem. So I'm going to invite Naomi to come up to the bima. And if you would turn to page 142, you can join Naomi and Gordon.
And many of you will be very happy to when you realize that this is in your key. Thanks to Naomi.
I forget. I got it. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon.
Mi melech malachei ha'chaim.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon.
Mi melech malachei hamlachim. HaKadosh Baruch. Beautiful.
Thank you, Naomi. Yasher koach. Now that we have welcomed the Sabbath angels to sit among us on this Shabbat, we turn to page 144 and we continue with the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'gala b'gala uv'izman kariv V'imeru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach V'olam Ulo Me'almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh v'yitadar, v'yitale, v'yitala, shemeda kudasha barichu, ve'la min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma, ve'imeru, amen.
I'd like to invite Max up to the bima, and I'd like to ask all of you to turn to page 146, and if you are able to rise as we continue with the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Please join me at the top of page 149 in English. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לו את ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וקשרתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. We continue on page 158 with Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot o sefele, nora tehilot o sefele, mahalachutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Zeli anu ve'amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed Yam bam bam bim bim bai yababai bat bim bam Yam bam bam bim bim bai yababai bat bim bam Yai lai la 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 yababai bat bim bam Yai lai la 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 yababai bat bim bam.
Page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, Va'al Yerushalayim.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
The Amidah prayer is on page 164. Again, if you are able, please rise.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor, v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Asdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Givla Livnei V'Neihem, Laman Shemo Ve'Ahava, Melech Hazer Mashiach U'Magen. Atagi Bar Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Akol Ata Rav L'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach HaMarit HaGashem, Barchel Hayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Samech Noflim V'Refeh Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunata Lishenei Afar, Micha Mecha Baal Gevurah, Umidel Melach, Melech Memid Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata L'chachayot HaKol.
Baruch atah Adonai
HaKol. Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukdoshim B'chol Yom Yehalalu Sesalah. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Page 178. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. 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 Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים Shalom Ra Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam.
At this point in our Shabbat service, we pause as we think of those in need of healing on this Sabbath day. Healing of body, healing of spirit, and healing of heart. And we ask God to bestow the bracha, the blessing of refuah shlema, full and complete healing on the following men and women from our congregation or those known and loved by our community. Ilana Massey, Kevin Brackett, Michelle Camisia, Sharon Blevis, Kirk Whitlatch, Kathy Rotto, Aaron Ledden, Rachel Sadek, Michaela Cohen, Diane Rotto Persile, Tracy Adams, Joan Wilmert, Kim Stevens, James Lynch, Don Copeland, Nancy Pollock, Pat Shapiro, Denise Robinson, Rachel Friedman, Sherry Kohos, Debbie Alter Starr, Paula Schwartz Perville, Ann Levinson, Marty Spitz, Joyce Sheffrin, Connie Billy, Carl Rice, Farah Garber, Patty Newman, and Judy Feiner. And if anyone has the name of someone they'd like to add to our healing list, I invite you to please share that name with us now.
Yeah, and I want to add Peter Yarrow to the list.
The Misha Barak prayer is on page 511.
Misha Barak Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos again, and a special Shabbat welcome to those of you who are here with us for the first time. As many of you know, when a student has a bar or bat mitzvah, there are many things associated with that they work on for quite a long time. I know Max has been doing that for many, many months. They read from the Torah, they read from the Haftarah, and they also give a Devar Torah, which is a speech. An opportunity to give us their insights, their thoughts on the Torah portion or the Haftarah portion that they've read on their special day. Now, Max is going to be doing that tomorrow morning, and he's going to be doing that in a way that is far more erudite and stimulating than what I'm going to offer tonight. But I did want to offer just a few words of my own about the Torah portion that he's going to be reading from tomorrow morning. Now, at the start of this week's Torah portion, and it's called Miketz, it's from the book of Genesis, chapters 41 through 44, the patriarch Jacob is arguably at the darkest point in his life. In the preceding Parsha, or Torah portion, his jealous sons cast Joseph, the favorite of their father, into a pit, planned to kill him, and then ultimately sell him to a passing caravan of traders. If you don't know this story from the Torah, you probably know it from Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Now, we can only imagine Jacob's anguish at the loss of his son, his distress in light of his family's deep dysfunctionality, and his angst regarding the uncertainty about his son's fate. This is also the darkest point in our calendar, with the winter solstice usually occurring around the same time of year that we read this biblical narrative. This year, of course, is no exception. Which means that Miketz is often read during Hanukkah, as it is now, a holiday in which darkness plays a prominent role. The darkness related to Hanukkah is the oppression of the Seleucid occupiers over the Jewish people in Israel. Antiochus and his officials and soldiers prohibit Jewish worship, they desecrate the temple, and they engender all manner of idolatrous practices. But a small band of Jews, led by the priest Mattathias and his sons, who later become known as the Maccabees, refuse to submit to this oppression. Their rebellion begins as unconventional guerrilla fighting in the Judean countryside, where the Maccabees raid towns and terrorize Syrian Greek officials. But eventually, the rebels form a proper army, led by the Maccabees, capable of attacking fortified Seleucid cities. And in 164 BCE, a little more than 2,000 years ago, the Maccabees capture Jerusalem and rededicate the temple. In later rabbinic literature, we are told that the Maccabees found only enough oil for the temple's menorah to last a single day, but that God created a miracle that allowed it to stay lit for 8 full days. A commingling of these two stories led to the observance of Hanukkah that most of us know today. Hanukkah is a tale of the triumph of freedom and independence over oppression and tyranny. It is also a testimony to God's redemptive power. As such, Hanukkah marks both a political military victory of the Jewish people and a spiritual celebration of monotheism over idolatry. In either aspect, Hanukkah is ultimately a holiday about finding life in the aftermath of darkness. There is a concept in Kabbalistic mystical thought known as Yeridah, of having to descend, of having to go down before being able to ascend, to go up. And for the mystics, a journey into the abyss, into darkness, can be a sacred rite of passage through which our souls are forged and transformed. Descent, for them, is only preparation for ascent. Moses leaves Egypt for Mount Sinai and the Promised Land. The prophet Jonah struggles in the belly of a great fish before he is spit out onto dry land and completes his divine mission. Daniel survives a lion's den and then finds God. Sometimes a descent into darkness is the only way to become who we were meant to be. But it does not always work out perfectly. The Maccabees, while heroic in many ways, in the end become corrupted as the new rulers of Israel. While they initially led the Jewish people to freedom and independence for the last time until 1948 with the establishment of the modern state of Israel, the kingdoms of the Hasmoneans, who were the successors to the Maccabees, collapse under the weight of their own errors and excesses. On Hanukkah, we learn about the victories of the Maccabees, along with the triumph of God. And in the next Torah portion in the book of Genesis, which we'll read next weekend, we read about how Joseph ultimately reconciles with his brothers and how their father, Jacob, finally finds renewal and peace. Life, especially for the Jewish people, can often seem bleak and at times dark. But our tradition teaches us that there is always the possibility of a better future, of a brighter future. Whether it is this week's Torah portion or the story of Hanukkah, this message is reaffirmed over and over for us. But as we know from history and from our own experience, nothing is ever completely one thing. Nothing is totally pure. Even in the light, there are always traces of darkness. May the light of hope shine over us in this new secular year to come. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. We are going to continue now on page 586 with the Aleinu. And again, if you are able, I'd like to ask you to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורר עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Please be seated. I would like to invite a board member and, of course, close family friend of Max and Naomi and Jesse, Laura Schumer, to come up to the bima to read some announcements for us tonight.
Okay, Fred, this is for you in person. Announcements. Okay. Shabbat Shalom. We are so excited, of course, to celebrate the Simcha of Max tomorrow as a bar mitzvah. And we are excited to see him at 10:30. So those of you who are able to come, please do so. If you are having some extra wine at home and you don't know what to do with it this season, the synagogue is looking to happily receive some of your donations. In addition to wine, we will also take your car or your boat. that you can donate, and the synagogue will receive some. I guess it's like that Cars for Kids? Yeah. So this is Cars for CBS. On December 29th, on Sunday, there will be a Hanukkah celebration here at CBS. It's BYOM, bring your own menorah. And they will have candles and matches and latkes and dreidels and cookie decorating and dinner. But please do register so people know how many people are coming. On January 9th, it will be the meeting of the Right to Resilience in the home of Catherine Goldman.
That got moved to January 23rd.
Just kidding. January 23rd. You can fix that later in the rewrite. Monday, January 13th, we'll be holding our second monthly movie screening. There will be pizza and popcorn. So please register online to make sure there's enough for everyone. And this month's movie is Barry Levinson's Avalon. On Sunday, January 19th, CBS will be hosting an interfaith MLK service, Martin Luther King service at 4 p.m. And the teens on Monday, January 20th, will join Mara and Rabbi at the Napa Bowling Center from 2 to 4. Just kidding.
That got moved to January 26th.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, all right, January 26th, the teens will go to the bowling center. On the 21st, Soul Sisters Book Club will be meeting to discuss My Russian Grandmother and Her American Vacuum Cleaner. That sounds fun. And Saturday, January 25th, we're going to be having bagels and bubbles for the new beginnings of the new year. So we hope you can join us. If you haven't registered, there's still time. It will be a lot of fun. There will be bubbles for adults and kids, appropriate ones. There will be National Puzzle Day celebration with a puzzle race on Wednesday, January 29th. Yeah, okay. At 6 p.m. And it's open to anyone 12 and up. Also, please register. We have a lot going on. All right. And on January 31st, hopefully you can join us. The second and third grade religious school students will be leading the Shabbat service. And save the dates. On February 2nd, there will be a wine and cheese reception for religious school parents at the home of Rabbi and Carolyn. Thank you. On February 7th, and a New Year, New Jew service to honor, celebrate, and embrace the conversion of Judaism, CBS members Amy Hall and Andrew Wallach. And almost last of the announcements, please save the date, March 15th. We are going to have so much fun here. We're going to have a masquerade Purim ball. So please get ready to dress up, have fun, possibly bid on a few auction items. More information will be coming, but that's March 15th. So don't book anything else that day. And then please make sure you check out all the most recent information on the newsletter on the website of the congregation. Happy birthday to Mark Charney, Susie Frank, Max, Petrick, Sylvia Samrick, Donna Schechter, Geffen Abramovich. Oh, is that tomorrow? Today, that's right, today. Happy birthday, Geffen. Yom Holedet Sameach. Joe Winograde, and happy anniversary to Barbara and Marty Nemko, Rona and Kevin Brackett, Susie and Paul Frank, and Roberta and Robert Solomon. Congrats. And one last thing, Mazel Tov, Max, for you for tomorrow. It'll be wonderful to watch you, and it's exciting to be here. So, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
As we reach the end of our service, we think of those who are no longer with us, those who have died both recently and in seasons past. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We remember those who have died during the past 12 months. Jerry Mautner, Lauren Bisberg, Terry Swartz, Chava Pearl Bat Herschel Veroz Gittel, Victor Lynn, Rosella Bernstein, Morris Feynman, Frank Glickman, Dee Copeland, Dr. Rodney Block, Eileen Gotkin, Eugene DePasqua, Barbara Balick, Debbie Mendelson, Peter LeBand, Michael Blend, Renee Merer, William Powell Hudson, David Folkman, and David Ash. We also remember and honor the art sites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Alan Unger, Leon Bloomberg, Maury Sherman, Joyce Wright, Ludwig Green, Alan Balker, Eddie Tettenman, Major Dannon, Sam Fink, Annie Lazarus, Anna Sarah Shansky, Gary Singer, Michael Leakin, Yosef Shine, Ben Solomon, Dorothy Novak, Robert Novak, Kevin Novak, Gilbert Schnitzer, and Thelma Schnitzer. And if anyone has a name they'd like to add to our list, I invite you to please share that with us now. Yeah, he said something. Charles, go ahead. You want to do it? The Mourner's Cottage is on page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah be'alma divra chayotei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei decho Beit Yisrael b'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'lamei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace grant peace to all those in mourning and comfort to all those who are bereaved. And let us all say, Amen. Please be seated. Before we turn to the Kiddush and the Motzi, and thank you, Naomi and Jesse, for the delicious oneg waiting for us, we have our final song, and by popular request, we're going to do Adon Olam, which is on page 625.
But not the version you think we're going to do.
Okay. We always need to keep them guessing.
That's right. See if you recognize this one. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Veit Nasa, V'chefso Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra. V'acharei kiklot hakol levado yimlok nora v'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yeh b'tifara אחד ואין שני והמשל לו ולהכתי בירה בלי ראשית בלי תכלית ולא העוז והמשרה אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר בחג אוהלי, בצור חבלי, בעת צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום הכרע. אדון עולם, אשר מלך, בטרם כל יציר נברא, ועת נעשה, בחסו כל, אזי מלך, שמו נקרא. בידו אפקיד רוחי, בעת אישן ועירה, ואם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ולא אירע. אדון עולם, אשר מלך, בטרם כל יציר נברא, לעת נעשה, וחפצו כל, אזי מלך, שמו נקרא.
You know, when we do Kiddush, we have a rotation of about 6 different Kiddush cups that have been handed down through CBS over the years and decades, and we usually switch off and use a different one every Friday night. But we have a very special Kiddush cup that we're going to drink from tonight in honor of Max's bar mitzvah. So I would like to call up his grandfather, Fred, to say a couple words about it. And here it is if you want to see it.
Rabbi Goldstein, thank you very much for allowing me to say a few remarks. I am a Holocaust survivor. In 1944, at the height of transport trains going to concentration camps, my parents, along with a few other people, decided to try to escape, avoid the transportation to concentration camps. We decided to go to the woods. But prior to going to the woods, my father went to our backyard, and in the backyard, he buried all religious objects, the menorahs, the candlesticks, Kiddush cup. As a matter of fact, my sister has the menorahs. And as you can see, we survived. And when we came back to our hometown, we couldn't go back to our apartment because other people were living there with everything else. However, we did go to the backyard, and my father dug out all the stuff, including this Kiddush cup. So this Kiddush cup is a relic in our family. We celebrate all our celebrations. This cup is over 100 years old, and today, Max, in your honor, Shabbat Shalom. L'chaim.
Thank you. So we have a very special cup, and I want to invite up 3 very special people. First of all, Max, along with Sarah and Sean. And I'm going to ask everyone else to please rise as we do the Kiddush and Motzi. And Max, how'd you like to hold this? Yeah, just come up here. You guys know it? Okay, go ahead. Baruch Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. Now to the Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. B'tei avon.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.